Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and my hope for you is that you always remember to press record on everything that you're recording. And I am recording there, there. I'm recording in about 4 different places right now. Successfully, because I am demoing the Surfy Industries SurfyTrem Deluxe. It is their stereo tremolo with stereo in and stereo out. So no matter where you want it in your stereo signal, in the middle, at the end to convert maybe to dual mono, at the beginning of your stereo signal chain to split your signal, it works great in a lot of different places. It has this really robust and I think quite attractive enclosure, kind of some folded metal going on. It's not too big and it has really simple controls. We have speed, that's the rate, intensity, also known as depth, volume, because with tremolo pedals, sometimes you want to compensate the volume a little bit. And the speed is also indicated with that light there, as you can see. I hope you are listening to this demo with headphones. I think you'll get the best experience that way. I'm here with my Ernie Ball Music Man Cutlass HT. It's actually not mine, I'm borrowing it. And I will be playing through the Benson Mixwave Chimera plugin. So those are pretty cool things. But let's talk about the modes on the SurfyTrem, because that's what we're here to talk about, the SurfyTrem Deluxe. We have 2 modes, brown and black, which is a reference to brown panel and black panel, if you're familiar. But if you're not, the brown is based on a 6162 Fender Showman amp and is a harmonic tremolo, which means the highs and the lows sort of crisscross like that to create a really beautiful movement in your tremolo sound. The black is based on black panel Fender amps from about starting in 65, and that is an amplitude based tremolo. In other words, it gets louder and softer. Got it? It's also called amplitude modulation. I will probably refer to it as amplitude modulation a few times in this demo, but there, you know what it is now. So I would like to do a few things. I obviously want to go through the breadth of the brown and black sounds, but I want you to hear them one after the other a few times so you can really hear the difference in the types of tremolo. That's one of the things I like most about this pedal is you get 2 types of tremolo, and I think they both sound lovely. So yeah, let's get to it. Clean signal, obviously. And this is going to be the slowest speed and the highest depth for both modes, so you can hear them kind of at their most intense. That was the brown panel. Let's hear the black. So I hope you can really hear that difference. And again, please listen with headphones. There is stereo action happening. Now that we've kind of gone over the differences between the harmonic and amplitude based tremolos, let's actually dig into the range of sounds you can get within each one specifically. I'm going to start with brown. Even at lower intensities, you can still hear the harmonic tremolo shining through. I think it's really beautiful, very melodic, and pretty dynamic. That's a really nice, barely there kind of sound. If you don't want to be overwhelmed by tremolo, it's really nice that you can dial it back, still hear the effects pretty well, and it still adds a really nice character to your tone. That's really beautiful movement. I'm really feeling it. Let's go ahead and look at the amplitude modulation in kind of a similar fashion. I think it's a little more intense, and at a high depth can give you a little bit more of a seasick kind of feeling if that's what you're going for. If it's not, you can dial back the intensity, or you can just listen. That's fluttery in a very different way. At lower intensities, they do sound different, but not tremendously different. As you get the intensity above about 9 o'clock, that's where I think you can really very apparently hear the difference. When most of us think of tremolo, we probably do think of that amplitude modulation. Harmonic tremolo is it's very different. It's obviously still kind of doing the same thing in our brains. Like our brains will definitely identify that as a tremolo, but it's I think a lot prettier, a lot sweeter, and I think that the not that an amplitude modulation tremolo can't be sweet and melodic, but it can definitely be more intense. And I like them both for different things. And one thing you might have noticed, I'm not editing out any pops in post. I never do. But this is completely silent switching. So if you do want to change which type of modulation you're using in the middle of a set or even in the middle of a song, you can do that without having to worry about pops and clicks and annoying things. And that's all on a completely analog true bypass signal. So that's really great. The next thing I want to show you is using this in conjunction with some gain pedals. I really like putting gain pedals after tremolo just because, especially amplitude modulation tremolo, because the input signal changes the effect of the gain pedals. So I'm going to use the Callan-Bred Tribute, which is a parametric EQ with a gain, and the Sensation Fuzz Drive by Heather Brown Electronicals. First, let's hear the Callan-Bred Tribute. That should just be in the right ear. And you can see the tremolo is not on right now. So in that regard, I'm essentially using the tremolos to split a mono signal into a stereo one. And that's definitely one way that you can use it. If you're doing a dual amp setup, yeah, I think that'd be really cool to have a cleaner amp and a dirtier amp. In terms of what I'm doing right now, which is hard panning, I would think that you would want to kind of blend those a little bit closer together instead of having completely hard, drivey sound in the right ear and completely clean on the left, but that's a personal choice. Doing the hard panning still sounds relatively natural to my ears. On the harmonic mode, the brown mode, it's a lot more intense and kind of jarring, which is neat on the amplitude modulation, the black mode. So I'm going to turn that off again. I'm going to turn on that sensation fuzz drive so you can hear how that gain sounds in each ear. I also really love what running a tremolo does as a note fades out. It's really cool. The undulation of it. Gosh, I'm surprised to say this, but I think I'm really liking the harmonic tremolo, the brown mode, more. Let's get some fun settings going. I think a fast tremolo sounds pretty cool on a lead part. I think the harmonic tremolo sounds better for lead parts just in general. However, the amplitude modulation cuts through, the black mode cuts through a mix a little bit better, I think. But so it's kind of like, well, which was better for soloing? Yeah, whichever one you want. Let me see. All right, well, there you have it. That was a quick look at the SurfyTrem Deluxe, both on its own and kind of at the beginning of a stereo signal chain. I really like this pedal. I love that it has both stereo ins and outs. I really love the harmonic mode, the brown mode. I came into this pedal thinking I would really just love the stereo ping pong of an like amplitude modulation on the black mode, and I do, but the brown mode really won me over. Especially loved it with the dirt at the end. I think it would be really nice to use throughout a set, to be honest. It's more subtle, but just has that sweetness that I really like. And I'm just surprised. Well, you can get the SurfyTrem Deluxe at the Surfy Industries website. That's surfyindustries.com. They do ship from the United States. That's relevant to most of my viewers. So I always recommend you buy directly through builders like Surfy Industries when you can. That being said, we have affiliate links for Sweetwater, Reverb, Perfect Circuit. If there are other things that you want that Surfy Industries doesn't have, maybe the Mixwave Chimera plugin for Benson. For example, that's available on Sweetwater. I really like it. I think it sounds really good, and I think it sounds really good with the SurfyTrem Deluxe. But I think it would sound great with a lot of other amps too. I would love running a dual amp setup with that. Imagine being in a room and having that kind of back and forth of the stereo-ness. It would create such a nice, full, lush sound. And that really appeals to me. So yeah, check it out. Please check out their other pedals. You probably know them from, oh, it's over here. The Surfy Bear Reverb. Those are real spring reverb units with two settings. So you can have an A and a B on that, which is really cool because you can't usually do that with an actual spring reverb. It's really neat. Yeah, so everybody out there, thank you for watching. Again, please consider using the affiliate links. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your favorite builders about us. And thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.